How's it going, guys? We're here to check out the elevator update to Rust, and it is not just an update that brings us the elevator. We got a couple of other cool things that have come, and there's a lot of background work being done on stuff. So the background work, of course, is going to be, they're still working on HDRP. There's heavy work on rain and weather. There's things like rain and thunderstorms and something about an aurora borealis and snow. So we've got all that kind of stuff going on, which is really cool. I can't wait to see that. I asked if there's any preview, and they said it's not quite ready for that yet. So we're going to have to wait on that. But we've also got the work on stables. So as I've mentioned before, that horses are going to have to be bought somewhere, just like the rest of the vehicles have gone. There's some people that are really unhappy about that, but hey, it's kind of how things are going to go. So with that, that means, you know, there's going to be a monument for it. So that is in the works. It's down to its gray box right now, so nothing that can be previewed yet. But as soon as it can be, I will be sure to share that with you guys. So those are kind of like the big things being worked on in the background. And we'll go ahead and check those out when we can. Let's jump into one of the biggest changes right now. You're going to notice the map is very different, and it has been made to reflect the terrain better and how things look. Also, you'll notice all these little brown squiggles, and these are actual pathways now. So we can actually go ahead and pop one out here and take a look-see at one. And you'll see, there it is. It's just about wide enough for a car. As you can see, you know, car, there's a width there. And you can ride your horse or your car along these things, and it'll be much smoother like the roads. But the big thing here is they also spawn junk piles. So we now have junk piles that aren't on the main roads and kind of go out into near the monuments and stuff. So that is actually a very nice thing. So we actually have a lot more junk piles around and more viable route to get to certain monuments that just didn't really have a road connection. And you can see they're squiggled all over the map. They're working on improving the whole dynamic road system altogether anyways in the first place, so that is definitely something that is quite nice. Now, that is, you know, kind of just a minor change, but it's a big change to the world, so that is the big thing that required a change in that. But the main thing, of course, is going to be the elevator block. So you can see I already have one there. You'll see here it is a workbench level 2. It costs 125 to research. And right here you'll see if you go down to Outpost, you'll be able to buy it from the general store for 250 scrap. So there is that. Now with the elevator, there's been a little bit change to some items. Oops. And well, one item I should say, and it is actually the button. And you can actually go ahead and like place a button now. And it can actually send a signal. It'll send out a one unit signal out with a press of a button. So that's actually something that's kind of cool. But we'll see how that works here in a second and why. So we've got that going on for us. And then there's a few other little things. There's this chair here. So this is the Secret Labs chair skin, and there is a really cool deal if you want to check out with the Rust devs. They are selling a Secret Labs Rust themed chair. And yeah, all those details are on the blog, and this is just a bonus. If you buy said chair, you get this in-game. There is no other way to get it, so yes, you have to buy a chair. Does it do anything special? No. It is just a chair, and it's a thing of saying, hey, you know, I got something cool that was outside of the game. So there is that. You can look for more on that in the promo stuff that Russ has posted today. On top of that, we have another one, and it is a hazmat spacesuit skin. Look at that. That is a very sexy thing. And wait, I said hazmat skin? That's right. This is actually just a hazmat suit. You stick it here in the workbench, or if you know the recipe when you craft it, you can choose just to make the spacesuit. So we'll go ahead and go to clothing here, hazmat, and you'll see spacesuit. So it is literally skin. There's no other extra benefit onto it other than how it looks. Figured we'll go ahead and roll out here for you to take a look-see at it. It's got some very nice details to it. We'll definitely take a little closer look at it in the skin video. So there's the spacesuit. It ended up being a skin for the hazmat. So that's definitely a very cool thing there. So let's get into the elevators. So you now have the elevator block. And the way this thing works is you're going to have to keep stacking them. So we're going to stack one, and I don't think it will let us do another one. So this is where you're going to need a scaffold or something to your next, level of area. So we're going to go ahead and stack one more. And lastly, we want to get up to this floor, so we are going to stack it one last time. So now that you're up here at your top floor, you'll have a connection. So you'll see right here, we've got the power, and then we also on each side have a call elevator connection here and here, and then the elevator itself has an up and down button that you can work once it has electricity. So for the call buttons, you can go ahead and put a frame, or you could do a wall, whatever you want. We'll go ahead and put this one on a wall, so we're just going to say, that goes there. Boom, and connect to the output. And we're set for that level. And then let's go ahead and run this. Is also very stubborn for some reason. There we go. Go ahead and see that this is one of the things. I guess you can connect it to a frame and do that. So we'll go ahead and send ourselves all the way down to here. And let's see, I think we had that coming down this corner. Yeah, we'll do that. And right there. Alright, so now our elevators should have power. So as you can see, we've got a button over here. So again, this button has no power to it. We're going to connect it to here. You'll see empty, right? But when you press the button, it actually sends a signal, and you can hear the elevator coming. If you stand under an elevator, it will crush you. So, there you go. It came straight to this floor. Now we can say raise elevator, and it will stop at each floor unless it's been called otherwise. So you can see we're here at this floor, and then, people are going to say, well, can you put kind of doors on them? And of course you can. You can see the sheet metal door can open inward or outward. That's no problem. We'll go up another floor. Same thing, no problem with garage door. Boom. And there we go, we're up another floor. So definitely a cool thing, and it's going to be interesting to see. It ended up with a final health of 600. So there's that right there. People are wondering, it used to be 250 and it used to break pretty bad. Now, one of the things about an elevator, though, let's see. Let's go ahead and get something to destroy it. How about, you know what? We'll just keep it nice and simple. And we'll do some C4. So we're just going to toss 2 right there. I think we're in God mode. If not, whoops. So bam, the elevator has died. But if you look, unlike if you saw my other video, the elevator stayed on one of its other floors. So you'll see we lost the top one, but it stayed here. So you lose stability on it, but the elevator will still stay. So we can actually, if we have, another way of access to this floor, we could still get here. And the elevator would be here. All you got to do now is reconnect power to it. That's the one downside. The cool thing is you can also pick up an elevator, which is quite nice. So if we look up, boom, pick up, pick up, pick up, and now we can, start our elevator over again, or change it or move it or whatever you might need. As you can see, it only does require that one power for it to function. So yeah, that's the new block there, guys. There's a lot I think people can do with it. Now, I know another question is going to be, well, what kind of things can we move around in here? And as of right now, no, there is nothing you can do with a car. I think moving a car or a helicopter would definitely be probably one of the most useful functions of it. But as of right now, let's get a call button set back up. Let's put this puppy right here. And boom. Let's call that elevator down. All right. So we can actually tell this guy to come on to here with us. Come on. Come on. Oh. Come on, horsey. On the elevator we go. And your horses can ride the elevator. So I'm not sure what people can do with this. But hey, look, we now have a horse on our roof. Now, you can't shove anything else in there, like I said, like cars or, you know, anything like that. But it's definitely a fun little thing. So who knows, maybe we could combine two elevators next to each other. And that could be like a car lift. I don't know. Well, there's always potential for something else. This is just kind of a new iteration. And obviously, if they see needs for other, you know, functions or if people aren't using it, maybe they'll add something to it. So we'll just have to see how that goes there. Another big thing a lot of people have been clamoring about is the near infinite cloth exchange for scrap. Well, that has been nerfed. Now, everything has like a buy limit, so they can run out of stock. Basically, so before you could infinitely buy cloth, and you'll see that eventually we run out here. Let's see, what's the max? Okay, it's still 28. And you can see they're now out of stock for me. So now I need to wait. So yeah, we could get an instant 200 scrap right there. That was really nice. But now it's on a cooldown. So you just have to kind of check now. Can you actually see the cooldown on the map? And you can. You'll see that it actually turned orange for me. And you'll see, let's see, now we can only do 2. So it slowly comes over time. You'll see, and when it is completely out, it should change orange on us. Oh, okay, well, it just made certain things out of stock. So there you go. That's going to be something that obviously still needs adjusting and so forth. But it's just a bit of a kind of change to it right there that will hopefully add some balance to something that wasn't intended to be a main way of getting scrap. Another change with this update has happened with teas. You'll see that they not only have been visually updated to show the difference between the lowest of the basic all the way up to the pure, they also have had a few little changes. So healing tea, the advanced and pure versions now provide a small amount of instant health, like a syringe, as well as a little bit more healing over time, so they're a little more worth it. The wood tea has been buffed to basic being 50, advanced 100, and pure being 200% bonus to wood gathering. Scrap tea has seen the same 50, 100, and 200 bonus change. And the max health tea is staying the same, but now lasts 20 minutes instead of 5. So there are the changes there. They're hoping this will make people want to grow tea and use it a little bit more. We'll just have to see how that goes. But that is it, guys, for the update. Go have a great wipe. Stay rusty. Play around with some elevators if you have a chance. And we will see you guys next time we have some more info. Thanks for watching.